Welcome to MSUA's Game Changers Live, where we speak with satellite and mobile connectivity thought leaders about industry trends, new technologies, and tell you what you need to know about the future of mobile satellite connectivity. I am your host, Lisa Dreher, and I'm really excited to introduce our guest for today, Silvano Payne. He is the CEO of Satnews Publishers, and he also leads the Silicon Valley Space Week, also known as Satellite Innovation, and MilSat. Welcome to the show, Silvano.
Thank you, Lisa. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for making time to be here. I know you have a lot going on with your upcoming events. Maybe you can give us a little bit of background on yourself and Satnews.
I'm born in Zimbabwe, Rhodesia, what used to be Rhodesia is now called Zimbabwe. Went to university in South Africa, moved here 40 years ago, and have lived in California ever since, running Satnews. We have a diverse number of products, of which the one we're going to talk about today is the events. So it's been an interesting life of running a publishing company.
Wow, amazing. Amazing. So you're right. We did invite you here today to talk about Silicon Valley Space Week, which is coming up October 17th through the 20th in Mountain View, right? At
Correct.
the, what is it? The
Computer History Museum. Computer History Museum, right in the heart of Silicon Valley. It's sort of almost if you took a target, it's right smack bang in the middle. So we specifically hold it there. It's a very good location.
Excellent. Yeah, it sounds like an amazing venue. And I have to plug this because MSUA members receive a 20% discount on the registrations for
Correct.
Silicon Valley Space Week and MilSat. So be sure to take advantage of that if you're an MSUA member. If you're not an MSUA member, I have no idea why. So you can learn more about that at msua.org. But let's jump in and talk a little bit about the upcoming event and what attendees can expect this year.
Well, we specialize in doing an event that mostly interconnects people. That is our most important function, we believe, when we run an event. We obviously want to have content that is very relevant and aimed at senior managers. This is not an engineering or a scientific conference. This is a conference about business and finance. And so the aim and objective is to get very senior managers together and provide an environment that makes it very easy for them to interconnect. So we provide free meals the whole time for 4 days. We entertain quite a bit. We have a huge room where we have tables set up and little conference rooms and various facilities to make this really a connectivity conference. This is a conference about connecting with your other senior fellows.
Excellent. What are some of the key trends that are influencing the direction of content for the event this year?
Content has been influenced by really what is happening in the satellite industry and what is predicted to happen. Over the last 18 months, a lot of money has disappeared from the satellite and space industries. There was a huge influx, and people have seen a little bit of drying up of that money. We've also seen some SPACs that have done exceptionally badly. And, unfortunately, there was too much exuberance. And what caused that? How did that come about? What was the directions that were not the ones that we should have taken? What was the management problems that went on? These are questions that need to be addressed. Fortunately, we are seeing more money coming back into the industry. There is a lot more, it's more cautious, but it is coming in there. And if you're looking for a place where most of the investment happens, Silicon Valley is not a bad place to start.
Indeed, indeed. Can you talk a little bit about some of the main keynote sessions that we'll hear during the 2023 event?
Very happy to. If you go to either of the websites on innovation, satellite innovation, type that into Google, or MilSat Symposium, type it into Google. it'll pull them up and it'll tell you about all the people that are attending. But in terms of keynotes, we're very, very lucky this year to have secured Jessica Rosenworrell, who is the chairwoman of the FCC. So you don't get much higher than that in terms of regulating our industry. I think she has some important things to say. She's going to be talking for about 45 minutes. And I'm very, very happy to have managed to invite Jessica to come and join us. We have another FCC person who's will also be talking to us, and that is Julie Kearney, who is the chief of the Space Bureau. The FCC has set up a Space Bureau, and this is a brand new entity. It's something that we in the space industry really need to work with a lot. And so she is going to come and talk about this new entity, the FCC. And lastly, in innovation, let me talk about a man who I dearly love. He's an incredible entrepreneur. Steve Jurvetson is his name. And Steve, I've known for many, many years. He was the original investor in SpaceX. Also happened to invest in Tesla as well. So he's made that and many, many other great guesses. He's made some good investments, and he's so excited about the space industry and talks so widely and knowledgeably about the industry that I think people will really enjoy listening to Steve. So in just satellite innovation, that's 3 of the people that you'll hear, and there are many others, of course.
Wow, fantastic. So, absolutely a not to be missed event. What are some of the biggest challenges that SATCOM users are facing, and how will Silicon Valley Space Week help address some of those issues during this program?
The biggest issue obviously at the moment is the source of capital. Capital did dry up and people are looking to be recapitalized and additionally capitalized. That's obviously one of the main things. Technologically, with the number of satellites that are being put up by Starlink and other plans that we've seen, it's unbelievable, but the Defense Department of Italy just proposed putting up 18,000 odd satellites. It's everybody's putting up these huge constellations. There is going to be a debris removal problem. There's no question about that. And there could be a congestion problem and a launch problem. SpaceX control the launch or very much the leaders obviously in launch at the moment, but many other players are trying to get in there. So it's a challenging environment where you have this massive satellites out there with the massive new problems that we're going to face. That's unprecedented. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. We've even got the astronomers now, moaning about the fact that they can't see all their stars. But it's a challenge. It's really a challenge.
Indeed, indeed. What do you see as some of the biggest changes or new offerings that we can expect to hear about during the event?
I'm afraid that what we're going to be hearing about is more constellations and more constellations and more constellations. Everybody has realized the benefit of LEO orbits and is now trying to get onto that bandwagon. It used to be, when I started in this industry, that everything was a GEO. And GEO is a very expensive place to get to and to manufacture satellites. You're upwards of $500 million now to get a big satellite up there. And then there's the orbital slot that you need. Now it's much, much simpler. And people are used to the fact that you can actually make a satellite at a university and have it launched and make it do some useful work. So I think the challenges are very clear that LEO is going to be a congested environment. And how is that handled?
Right, right. Yeah. Everybody wants a piece of that. And so do you think we'll ever get to the point where we just have overcapacity, or do you just think that we'll just continue to use every bit of capacity that gets put up into orbit?
Boy, if only we knew, huh? Uh, if only we knew. I know for sure that the military are certainly using a lot of the capacity up. They're certainly putting a lot of satellites up there, and I think they're beginning to also think about, wow, when do we get to overcapacity in this environment?
Hmm.
Of course, it is a huge environment, and so it's going to be a very interesting future the next 10 to 15 years of what happens in Leo. Geo, I think, is fairly easy to predict, but Leo is a real question mark.
Right, right. What are you hoping that attendees to Silicon Valley Space Week and MilSat take away with them as they're leaving those events?
I think that my primary thing that I want them to take away is some contacts, some new friends, some new people that they've talked to. I want them to come here and be able to interact with people who are looking at the same problems, at the same opportunities as them. So
Hmm.
mainly if they go away and they feel they've contacted even one person that's really important in their work or several, they will have benefited from the conference. It's not often you get to talk to like-minded CEOs, CFOs, CTOs, and this conference gives you that wonderful opportunity. Over and
Right.
above that, yes, there is content that has been designed to question what is happening. All the content is looking at, can we learn things? What is happening? What's a little bit about the past, but mostly about the future? Where do we think we're going? What are the innovative technologies that are coming our way? We need to look at it. We need to talk about it. We need to say which ones are going to be the winners, which ones are not going to be so lucky. And so, you know, make contacts with people. Come enjoy the environment. Don't eat too much food because that's what happens, but enjoy it and go away feeling you've learned something, but you've made some new contacts. That's a key.
Fantastic. If someone wants to learn more about Silicon Valley Space Week and MilSat, what should they do?
Well, I have the website here. I mean, there are two websites. One is called satelliteinnovation.com. So 2023.satelliteinnovation.com. And the other one is 2003 milsatshow.com. So
Okay.
either of those websites are excellent in terms of giving you just about every bit of information you need. What hotels are available, where it's located, who the people are who are attending, what the main thrust of all of the sessions are. The website really does give you a lot of information. We have all the press people who are attended. I think we have 14 or 15 press people who have registered for the show, who are coming along, who will report on the show. But really, they're not able to connect you with people by reporting. That's you have to do in yourself by coming to the show. So please come.
Excellent, excellent. And there's still room available, right?
Yes, there is some room available. Yes.
Okay. Okay, but don't delay because the event is just in a few weeks here. So
Yeah, it's a
October
week and a
17th
half,
through the
and
20th, right?
right, sign up now. Go to the web page, look at the registration, and make some decisions. And through MSUA, you get a 20% discount.
20%,
20%
20%.
discount. So
Yeah.
after looking at this video, take a look.
Excellent. Silvano, I want to thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule as you're getting ready for these fantastic upcoming events. So thank you.
Lisa, thank you very much. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Our pleasure. And I also want to take a moment to thank the Mobile Satellite Users Association for hosting these sessions. To learn more about the MSUA, please visit msua.org. And that's where you can learn how to become a member and get these great discounts on fantastic events like this. And learn how to get our weekly newsletter that gives you everything you need to know about what's happening in satellite mobile connectivity. Thanks so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time on MSUA's Game Changers Live.
Thank you, Lisa.